Hey, what's up, YT? Just got my head back, sent it off to an engine builder. I'm not going to mention the name. If you really want to know and you don't have a guy, it's one of the most popular ones out in Wisconsin. But if you want to know, shoot me a comment and I'll respond. But I sent this out to get rebuilt. I was going to have the seats replaced and recut, and the new guides taken out, new guides installed. If you look, this is a low hour head. I mean, really, bike only probably has a couple years on it of one weekend per use, basically one day per weekend for probably 2 years. Seasonal too, because I live in New England. But you notice this seat looks in good condition here. See how this one's crumbling? So I was gonna have all new seats replaced. You could probably just have these done, but this is the first generation 4-stroke from the kx250f. So they didn't really have the best seat material at the time, so they'd kind of just crumble on you. So eventually they're all gonna start to crumble, so might as well do it right. And so I sent it off, and it was gonna cost me about the same amount of money as to get. Cylinder Works has a new head out, and ended up getting it because I can get an entirely new head for the same price as having the other one rebuilt. And it comes with if you can see the seat material there, comes with like the bronze alloy. I forget the exact mix of alloys, but it's like some type of brass or bronze alloy. You could check it out. Nickel bronze, I believe I believe it's nickel bronze, but you could check it out on the Cylinder Works website for all the details. So it comes with brand new. Obviously, it's a new head. You can see there's no wear on any of the cam journals or anything. It comes with new caps and bolts and everything. Only thing it doesn't come with, these are my valves in here, and these are Kibble white stainless steel I did on the intake, and these are obviously titanium on the exhaust. The titanium on this model, not on Hondas or on the older Hondas, but on these kx250fs and the early rmz250s, the intakes are the ones that wear really bad. And you can see that this is the Cylinder Works stamp right here. That's the model number. Now this is the 06 to 08 cylinder head. And I'll point out some. Supposedly it's stock, like the port designs are stock, but I did notice some differences between the 04 to 06 and the 06 to 08. I mean, if you see how far back the split and the two left and right intake ports, how it starts very far back, and this one, the split design goes almost all the way up to the port. See that? And again, I don't have a stock 06 to 08 to compare it to, but I believe everything else looks stock on it. So I believe when they say that that's a stock design, that's just what the stock ones came like. Somebody correct me if they have an 06 to 08 head and they know better than me. And then this is the 04 to 06. You can see how wide open it is. And then if you look at this one, see how filled in it is. So it's a lot smaller. You would have thought that you'd want all this ground out in here and open, but again, this is they're the ones that have all the testing. I'm sure they did flow test on it, and I'm sure that they probably built it up so that it increases the velocity or whatever, it increases the airflow. So that's the two differences that I noticed right off the back. And again, this one too also has that split port design that comes out further, and you notice this one, it's really far back. Some things to mention: if you look at the bolts here, they're not installed, so I have to take these out, and I'll probably just put two nuts on it, tighten them together, and then back it out that way. And then also I got to take this cap off here for this port. This is the decompression lever, the manual one, but it's automatic, so this isn't even needed. So you just basically fill it in. And this is a common spot that leaks on these bikes, so it's good just to get like some type of cap like this. Also, if you have, sometimes they even blow directly out, so you want to put some type of bolt, nut in here. And this was just a washer that I had drilled out for this little tab right here. But I believe they might even sell the correct tab for that. Okay, so let me point out the last differences. This is the reason I wanted to get the 06 to 08. I mean, everything bolts up the same. It's a direct replacement. But this is the 04. See how it has how that's got that channel in there? And this side doesn't. On the 06 to 08, it has a little oiling channel in there, so that keeps everything oiled as it's spinning. So that was one of the reasons. I mean, you can just take a Dremel and drill that out and do it on yourself and just make a little line in there. A lot of guys do that, but I figured might as well get the newer design while I was at it. So I did I have a little vacuum pump here, and I did a test on it just by, actually I'll pause it and show you guys. I'll just do one of the tests to show you how it's sealing. It's sealing really well. The stock one, when I would do it, the gauge would just constantly be lowered. I mean, it didn't hold any pressure. I don't know what the correct pressure is. It goes down about 2 psi every 10 seconds. When I put 15 psi of vacuum pressure on it, it'll again 2 psi every 10 seconds. My used head that I had off my 450, it was 8 psi every 10 seconds. Now, all you pro engine builders out there, I'd love to hear your comments on what's an acceptable range, because that's something that I at least couldn't find in a manual, and I don't have enough experience to know, what is a good acceptable range for that. And it's not a normal test, so that the everyday guy does. So definitely, if you know the answer to that question, I'd love to hear your comments on that. Okay, so I'm going to do a test. This is just a rubber plug that I drilled a hole in it so we can plug this up, and then I put this little vacuum fitting on there. It comes with all different types of fittings, so you can use like a pointy one and stick it in that hole. Might even work better than, might even seal better than this one I have. But I'm gonna give it a try now. Pause the video, pump it up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I did end up changing that fitting on there because the rubber plug was not perfectly smooth, so it wasn't getting a perfectly good seal. And now it's actually not going down any PSI that I notice. If you look at it, it's at 16 right now. I'll count down once it gets, I'm watching the time on the video, so see, it's 10 minutes right now, or 10 seconds. Yeah, so 10 seconds just went by and I haven't even seen it budge. So when I was testing this before, the rubber plunger plug that I was using was leaking a little bit. So it's good to know that this thing is even sealing better than I thought it was. So I'm gonna stop it and then I'll go back and try the other side. But just to show you again what I'm doing, I have the port plugged up with a rubber. It doesn't even go inside there. It's just basically around the edges here. I'll undo it. So it's probably gonna leak out all the air pressure, but wow, it's stuck on there because there's so much pressure. There it goes. You see the nice surface on there. Since it's a new head, there's no carbon buildup or anything. So basically I just stuck that on there and stuck that in there. All right, so now we're doing the intake. Let's see if I can focus this. This one's going down a little bit. You can see the countdown when it gets to 14. All right. All right, so it went down about 1 psi in 10 seconds, which is interesting to me because these are the new valve side. So I thought that they would seal better. The titanium valves had like a couple hours of use on them. So the guys at the machine shop didn't even think that they would seal properly. And then these stainless steel kibble white ones are brand new, so I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought the kibble whites would seal perfectly and that these ones would have a little bit of leakage, but it's actually opposite. So I'm just gonna, I won't do it while you guys, I'm not gonna bore you guys, but I'm gonna repeat the test one more time just to make sure. But that's all I wanted to show you guys is the new head from Cylinder Works, what it looks like, and what it comes with. And I'll report back. I'm going to install it now. I'll report back, you know, guys, how it works, and I'll try to even do, I might sell the bike, but if I don't, I'll even do like maybe a 50-hour or 20-hour. I'll get some runtime on it and report back maybe next time I break into the engine and see how it goes. So it comes with everything you need except the cams themselves, and the valves, springs, and little caps and the little retainers in there. It doesn't come with all that. So check it out. I think it's like $359, I believe they go for. Definitely a good deal. So overstock. So if this helped you guys out, definitely like the video, and again, if you know any of these vacuum pressures, please comment and let me know, because I definitely am interested in that. Thanks, guys.